people coming? Okay, thanks. So thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this webinar. I'm Laura Pezzolesi from the University of Bologna. Together with the other colleague from Unibo, from the University of Bologna, we have organized these webinars. This is the third one, and this focus on everyday life. We had already had two previous webinars, one about bioeconomy in sport and one about bioeconomy in construction and furniture. These webinars are organized within the framework of the BIOECO-UP project and are aimed at showing some practical example of the use of bioeconomy in everyday life in this case. This initiative is part of the BIOECO-UP project that is funded by the Interreg Central Europe, which is an European Union program that supports transnational cooperation. The aim of this project is to make Central Europe more resilient to changes that represent global challenges the single countries cannot address alone. So specifically for the BIOECO-UP project, the challenge is to use the principle of the circular bioeconomy and implement policy support measures for bioeconomy. I would like to thank all the participants to this webinar, in particular all the speakers. Today we will have delegates from various small and large European companies which have some bio-based product in their production. And in particular, these are used in various aspects of everyday life. So I think we can start. We have a quite busy schedule today with 6 presentations. And I really thank all of you for the participation. The first speaker will be Roberta Zlekasova, sorry for the pronunciation, and Martina Sinkova from Loop Wine. Then we will have Thomas Borkowski from Fibritech. Then Balast Koning from PVC Park Reserve. Following, we will have Dario Zanichelli from Fembiox, and then Larisa Zrekar from Carbonoir, and finally Nelson Curry from Topema Innovations. So I will ask all the speakers to be in time. You will have 10 minutes, and we can keep all the questions at the end of all the presentation. So please, I will ask Roberta and Martina from Loop Wine to start. Their presentation will be about circular cleaning, upcycling unsold fruits into powerful cleaners. So please, Roberta and Martina, I don't know which one of you or if both of you are going to present. You can show your presentation.
Yes, just a second. I will share the presentation.
You can share the screen. Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's perfect. We can see it.
Okay, great. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us. Actually, it will be only me presenting today. I'm Martina from Loop Wine. Loop Wine is building circular bioeconomy-based cleaning solutions for everyday use. It's designed to be safer, to reduce waste through a refill-first model and to perform in real life. Our solution is based on upcycling underutilized fruit streams into cleaning solutions. And today I would like to give you a brief overview of what we are doing, why it matters, what we've done so far, including B2B pilot, and what partners we are looking for to scale. Why bioeconomy? Bioeconomy is about replacing fossil-based inputs with renewable resources, and circular economy is based on keeping the resources in the loop instead of losing them as waste. And cleaning is especially interesting category as it's used everywhere and every day. So it has a large environmental impact. And our mission is clear. Our mission is to make circular cleaning practical, reliable, and repeatable. The challenge or the problem we address is quite common, and it's that valuable resources are lost as waste across food supply chains. At the same time, yeah.
Martina, sorry if I interrupt. Can you put the presentation mode for your slide?
You don't see it as a presentation?
We can see, but not in presentation mode. So please.
Because I see it as a presentation mode, so don't know what might be now.
Now it's okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. So where I've ended. Oh, yes. So users want safer alternatives, but without sacrificing performance. The actual problem or the main challenge is not just to be eco, but to deliver performance that people can trust. At Loopwine, we convert selected bio-based feedstock into functional cleaning solutions. It's designed for consistent quality and real-world performance, and it's built for scalable production and distribution. I would like to note that today I will not share many technical details as these are proprietary, and we are currently finalizing our IP protection. So we will be happy to share the further technical details under NDA or after filing our IP protection. But today I will stay at public available information. What we deliver is not just products, it's a platform because we are able to produce multiple cleaning solutions based on the same core approach while keeping them consistent across batches. So we are building or we are designing this for households as well as for professional settings. And we improve through a tight feedback loop, which is test, learn, and refine. Currently, we have produced our first working products, and we are actively testing them with users. A key product is a multi-purpose cleaner that can be used in bathroom and kitchens as it's designed to take a lime scale and grease. And we also have a toilet cleaner gel that can be used for routine hygiene. I will not share specific formulation and compositions, but we are happy to share performance evidence and how we work with users to improve. We are already validating in real settings. We are running a B2B pilot in Denmark with a professional cleaning service. At the same time, we are also testing with customers and collecting structured feedback. This feedback loop is central to us because adoption of cleaning products depends on repeatable results and also on ease of use of these products. Here, you can see a few photos from testing. This is lime scale removal at the water tap. This is the use of our product in kitchen for grease removal, and this is the use in bathroom. The point of these pictures or images is not marketing. It's the proof that we are beyond idea stage. We have real products tested in a real environment on real problems, and we are improving based on what we observed and based on the feedback from users. Today, we produce in small batches around 50 liters per batch. It allows fast learning cycles, so it's intentional at this stage. And we use this batch approach to iterate quickly with users and to build quality mindset. Now we are also preparing for larger pilot runs with partners as demand as well as validation expand. Packaging is an important part of our circular strategy. We have 50 milliliter ready-to-use bottles, and we plan to have refills to reduce packaging waste and B2B canisters for professional customers. We want packaging that uses recycled content where feasible, and also to be recyclable, but at the same time practical. So it means that we want to have durable bottles that the customer can actually keep. And we also want to use a refill system that is simple and clean. In our view, circularity has to be designed into behavior, not only into materials. On impact, we are currently working on a life cycle assessment based on early assumptions and category benchmarks. Preliminary estimates indicate up to 80% lower CO2 equivalent versus conventional cleaners, but we want to be transparent about this. This is still being refined as we improve the quality of data, and we want to complete the LCA properly. Our main levers are renewable feedstock strategy, a refill model, and optimized packaging. Our products, we want them to be designed to be wastewater friendly and compatible with typical wastewater treatment processes. Our intention is that these products are suitable for septic systems based on formulation philosophy and ingredient selection. And these aspects will be supported through appropriate testing and documentation. So the key message here is that impact matters, and we want it to be measurable, not just claimed. Because cleaning products is a trust category, we invest seriously in credibility. We are working with branding and communication experts to grow awareness and trust in a calm and factual way, and not just hype. And our trust drivers are real-world pilots, so we have before and after evidence. We want to have refill convenience and consistent experience of users, and we want to provide transparent and responsible communication, no greenwashing. So in terms of where it fits, our product is designed for all these categories of users, for households, because it's safe, design-led, refillable, and effective for everyday cleaning. It can be used also in hospitality sector for standardized cleaning, and as it's sustainable, and also in cafes and restaurants for daily hygiene with our refill economics, and also in cleaning services, where it can provide repeatable outcomes, operational simplicity, sustainability, and also safety. And this is why the Denmark pilot is so valuable to us. Our roadmap to scale is non-technical, it's more practical. In the near term, we want to expand pilots and involve independent validation partners. In the midterm, we want pilot production runs and to roll out packaging formats like refills and canisters that I mentioned before. In the long term, we want to scale the manufacturing, and we want to improve continuously without losing consistency. And we want to keep a strong strong quality control over our products. So Loopwine is building circular cleaning that performs. We have proven it through real-world testing, and we are still improving it with users. We are looking for partners, B2B pilot customers like hotels, cafes, cleaning services. We are also looking for validation partners like labs or universities. packaging partners for recycled content bottles, refills, or canisters, and also circular feedstock partners like retail distributors or processors. So if this sounds relevant to you, do not hesitate to approach us. We will be happy to share further technical details under NDA or after finalizing our IP protection. You can see our contacts here. I'm project manager, and Roberta and Marco are co-founders of Loopwine. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Martina, for this interesting example of a product that can be used in everyday life. So I think we can move to the second speaker, that is Thomas Borkowski from Fibritech. The presentation is about Fibri Agri, sustainable growing media for food production. So please, Thomas, you can start.
Good afternoon. I'm trying to put the slides on the screen. Please confirm whether you see them.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so we can start. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tomasz Borkowski from Fibritech. Today, I want to show you how deep technology meets nature to change something very common in our life, the way our food is grown. Fibritech is a deep tech company based in Poland. Our mission is simple yet ambitious. We make eco matter. That means that we develop technologies to replace harmful synthetic or non-renewable materials with using our patented technology into structured biomass. Before I dive into the product, I would like to answer the question why bioeconomy is important and can help anyhow in horticulture. And you must know that most substrates, the growing media on which plants are cultivated in horticulture that are used today is peat. And peat is dug in peatlands, which are reservoirs of carbon, water, and they are home for many forms of life. And extracting peat is using or essentially mining of fossil resources. Sometimes people say that peat is renewable. I don't agree. The formation of peatland takes 100,000 years, and people can use it out in 100 years. So I wouldn't call it renewable. And digging peat destroys biodiversity. It releases massive amount of CO2. And to protect our climate, we need to leave peat where it is in the ground. So this is where our vision comes in. We don't just use resources, we cycle them. Fibri Agri, this is how we call our line of products, is made of virgin cellulose fibers. We enrich them with green compost and coir. We use renewable and natural materials to create a high-performance substrate, which is completely peat-free. We are turning biomass into a technological solution. For years, growers had to choose whether they are eco-friendly or they are profitable, because using eco-friendly material would have needed to sacrifice the yield. And we changed that using Fibri Agri. you don't have to choose. You can be both eco and effective. Our substrate is proven in cultivation scenarios, and it is sustainable. What is it exactly? Imagine very porous, fibrous structure where more than 90% of the volume is air. It means it's very lightweight. There is plenty of room for roots to penetrate. And this material absorbs water in seconds and holds it and provides it efficiently to the roots. And unlike the soil, e.g. peat, it is solid. It doesn't crumble, it doesn't make a mess. And what's also very important for the growers, it's microbiologically clean. And finally, again, it is sustainable. You could ask, how does this affect our lives? Because this webinar is dedicated to everyday life. Imagine you buy herbs or lettuce at the supermarket, and usually they come in a plastic pot with spilling soil. With FibriAgri, our substrate, potless cultivation is possible. The substrate is solid enough to hold the plant without plastic pot. It's clean, no dirt in the kitchen. And it's because it's microbiologically clean, it will not introduce any pathogens or pests, e.g. these small disturbing flies that sometimes leave the peat from the pot. So you receive healthy plant, and your herb or lettuce stays fresh longer. This is not theory, this is not lab. We are at production stage, and those pictures are real life. So please look how beautiful the plants are. The roots love our substrate. They are white, they are sturdy, robust. Plants grow magnificent, and growers appreciate it's clean and effective. And what happens when you finish your salad? You can throw the root ball into the bio-waste bin, or you can throw it onto your pile of home compost. It will biodegrade. No separating of plastic pots, no trash. We return the biomass to the soil to begin next cycle. And this is the circular economy in everyday practice. To summarize, we at FibriTech, with our product FibriAgri, we protect peatlands, we try to eliminate plastic waste, we support high quality food production. We are currently scaling up our production resources to make this solution a new standard. And everybody interested, please feel invited to this journey. Thank you very much. These are contacts to me. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Thomas, for your idea and your nice product. That is also an example of circular economy in the sector of agri-food. So thank you. We can move to the third speaker now, that is Balázs Koning from Pilisi Park Reserve. He will present. Everyone. Hi, Koning. Your presentation is about forest high tour series, animal help in forest renewal. So please, we can see your screen.
Before I start, one of my colleagues will be joining me today in the presentation. Her name is Andrea, and she is a trained forest engineer. So she will be able to answer the questions. I'm not trained. So Good afternoon, everyone. We are from BIOECO-UP Park Forest Company, and we would like to talk about an educative tour series we started 2 years ago, and also the topic of animal health in forest renewal. Welcome to our forest. BIOECO Park Forestry is a state-owned company, and we manage the forest in and around Hungary's capital, Budapest. The 65,000 hectares of state forest our company manages provide daily recreational opportunities for more than 3 million people living in the area, in addition to natural environments, clean drinking water, and fresh air. We register over 30 million visits each year, which puts us into the spotlight of the public. So for us, forest management means much more than just sustainable management of timber. The forest is a complex biome, and our goal is to maintain and enhance the permanent health and diversity of the forest through ecosystem management that weaves together active nature protection, wildlife management, environmental education, ecotourism development, as well as ensuring a sustainable life for people in the countryside. Since the beginning of forestry profession, the most important principle of management was to control timber yields in a way that does not decrease the living tree volume of the forests. But today, the sustainability of forest climate protection, ecological and recreational functions has become just as important as their role in timber production. Recognizing this shift of role, we have purposefully taken on a pioneering role in close to nature forest management. We are a national leader in this silviculture system that provides continuous forest cover. We manage over 28,000 hectares in this manner, which is 48% of the total forest area we manage. Continuous forest cover means that timber harvesting does not harm the landscape appearance of the forest, so any intervention remains almost unnoticeable by people. Our goal is to establish and maintain an optimal living tree volume, protect natural values and landscapes, and maintain an attractive, diverse forest appearance that also provides recreational opportunities. Andy, please.
Can you forward the presentation? So, how is it working in the practice? What does it mean, integrated nature conservation? We try to integrate protection points of view to the forest management. That means that we don't have plantations and conservation areas. We try to manage natural forest in a as Balázs said, mainly continuous cover forestry method. We have a quite high level of protection forest, as you see, 64%, and there is another category, strictly protection forest too. There is management in protected areas too. We use close to nature skidding and harvesting method. As you see, for example, horse skidding, it's in an arboretum. In the picture up, there is a harvester, which is also a soil protecting method of wood skidding harvesting. We don't use chemicals against bugs and pests in the forest. We have a very important biodiversity focus. That means that we try to keep the diversity in species in the forest. There is a stepstone theory that we try to put into practice. That means that we have, for example, habitat trees, conservation areas within the management, and that provide the protected and the populations of the protected animals a place to meet and breed. It's like a ecological corridor for them, and it's also in the managed forest. And we are working in a strong partnerships with the national park. In Hungary, forest management companies and national parks are different organizations. Can you forward, please, Balázs? Okay, so forest. What are the other practices in conservation? Forest structure transformation is necessary where there are, for example, black locust stands or pine stands which are not good on the site. We are trying to replace it with native tree species, and often we offer these projects to companies because these projects has a high economical need. So life-giving deadwood, as I was speaking about the habitat trees. Habitat trees means a tree which has a lot of holes, and also it can be a standing or a lying deadwood. It helps to keep the water. It is like a sponge. It is a food source for a lot of bugs and insects, and it gives a little bit the immune system of a forest, so it can make the biodiversity higher. Development of forest and wetland habitats. With the climate change, retaining water is a very important task in forestry, and also wetland give habitat for a lot of protected species. We also try to offer this kind of projects to companies who would like to participate in forest conservation. Control of invasive species. As I don't know if you know or not, but invasive species is getting more and more serious. Is a serious threat for natural forest. For example, there are rapidly spreading non-native species like the oh, I just forgot the name of the tree. Sorry, and there is a real success. So the real success can be achieved only with the help of municipalities and NGOs. Okay. The next.
Yeah, and now to the Forester's Eye Tour series. We were thinking about how we could tell the work that we do in the fields and the things we do for the environment to the 3 million people who live right next to our woods, and how can we shape the image of that foresters are caretakers and not destroyers of the forest. And we decided that the best way of telling is showing. So we started the Forester's Eye Tour series, where our head forest engineers lead half-day hikes in the woods they manage, and during their hike they show and talk about the work they do, like how we do integrated nature conservation, why is it important in Hungary to hunt, and other aspects of the work we do. Also, what are the impacts of over-tourism and climate change on the forests around Budapest. These tours had a very positive perception and receive. We showed our work for about 150 people in the last 2 years, one-on-one, eye-to-eye. It's far from the 3 million people living in Budapest, but we are getting there slowly, steadily. And we already had an online news article about this, and also we managed to get new corporate contacts for the ESG and CSR projects Andy mentioned before. One of the last two we planned for last November was about animal helpers in forest renewal. Sadly, due to bad weather conditions, the tour was cancelled, but we can still show you and the work birds do for us. Please, Andy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the jays are these nice birds, and they hide the acorns and forget about them. That's why they plant trees and at forests. In our company, this project with the jays started in 2022, so we have about 3 years experience about it. It was a German innovation, but the forest units they made themselves the trays. So as you see, there are these trays. They are fixed on trees, but they are out of the reach of the people, about 3 meter high. And there in the bottom of the tray there must be a grate that can help that can prevent the acorns from moldering. We already apply this method in 2 forestry units. In one place, there is a transformation of an old pine forest. So from the pine forest, we try to transform it to an oak forest. And there is already regeneration visible, and the continuous release and tending is necessary. In the other place is in Budapest, in an urban forest. And there is a black locust forest stand. There are 5 trays, and in the 2 places, our colleagues fill the trays in the springtime and in the autumn time. And they experience that about within 1.5 months, about 20-30 kilograms of acorn are carried away. So it is working. My colleague told that some trays the jay prefer and some don't. They don't prefer, so it depends on the place. The next, please. So and we can show how it's working. How it's working.
Birds. I hope it. Yeah, and thank you for your attention.
So thank you, Andrea and Balázs, for showing us your project and your experience. We will keep, as I said, all the questions at the end for the discussion. But if you have any question, you can also use the chat if you want. You can write them. Now we can move to Dario Zanichelli from Fembiox, with the role of the cosmetic sector as a catalyst for the bioeconomy. So please, Dario. Perfect.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you see the screen, the proper presentation?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks a lot for confirming. And thanks for this nice invitation. It's a pleasure being here, and the invitation gave me the opportunity to dive deep into some old presentation and so it was also a very interesting personal journey. First of all, a couple of words about our company, who we are, what we do. Fabiox is a company, an Italian company that is offering to cosmetic producer extract and active ingredient derived from plants. So basically, we are offering the ingredients that within a cosmetic formulation, which is a kind of complex thing, are essentially taking care of, in some cases, the efficacy of the product or part of the efficacy of the product, and generally speaking, another very relevant part of the cosmetic sector, the marketing of the product. So through the years, we've developed around about 40 active ingredients. We call them actives because we have substantiation data. So if you are buying something with I don't know, slimming properties based on pomegranate, maybe it is one of our ingredients that is based on pomegranates and providing hopefully the slimming properties. And we do also have around about 2,000 different extract, more standard easygoing products that are more playing on the marketing side, if you want. All this started over 20 years ago, and that's why this invitation was very special for us. Everything started within the department of, at that time called Industrial Chemistry and Material, Toso Montanari of the University of Bologna, and BIOECO is a spin-off company. So around about over 20 years ago now, my God, we were there in the university. Small picture, because now the faculty have moved in a brand new facility, an amazing one, but we are still in love with our old place. We were there in a research group that was trying to develop new processes in order to recover from the agri-food biomasses. Well, being chemists, essentially chemical building blocks, phenolics, proteins, fibers, and so on. But of course, we were, more generally trying to improve the downstream processes of the food industry, because this, of course, was representing a relevant, and it is still representing a relevant environmental problem. And so, circular economy, it's a word that came after these slides that is over 20 years old. So basically, it was three of us that during PhD studies or chasing grants to try to remain at the university as long as possible. Well, at some point, we've realized that some of the the technologies that we were developing during our researches, and essentially we're talking about biocatalysis. We are using enzymes to transform the biomasses into something that is more effective, more suitable for industrial application, releasing those interesting molecules that we are offering now. So basically, we thought, that it could be an interesting idea to make a use of these biocatalysis-based technology to chase grants first, but to chase grants that at the time were addressing us in putting together something that could be offered to the market. And so these active ingredients based on agri-food wastes. After over a year of thinking, chasing grants and so on, the company was created with essentially three products in our portfolio at the time. One product was based on the grapes that are left, the red grapes skins that are left after the winemaking. One product was based on the olive oil milling wastewaters, which is what is left after production of oil. And a third product was based on wheat bran. So all ingredients from byproducts in order to, trying to have different sources for the raw material to create something for the cosmetic product. But the main problem in 2006 was that the market was not ready. The cosmetic producer we were approaching to offer these new things, very sustainable, derived from products that are reducing the impacts of the food production. At the time was called integrated valorization of the agri-food biomasses. This was not seen as added value. At the opposite, our customer were like, I'm not really sure I want to say to my customer, to the end user, to us, to the consumer, I'm using a waste to produce this posh cosmetic that I'm working on. So we've had to revise a bit the communication of the company, of the products. We were focusing on the technologies, we were focusing on the partnership with the university. And finally, we've managed to start convincing some of the Italian producer first, and then the international producer to use our ingredient. Luckily, because it is now what is paying the bill, and through the years, we've been expanding our portfolio, we've been expanding our market, and now we are covering over 40 different countries where we have active sales in cosmetics. But 15 years after that kind of rebound, kind of rejection from cosmetics producer, a new magic word became very popular: upcycling. Maybe it was just a matter of finding a better word, but no. Long story short, sustainability through the last 20 years became a more relevant topic. We were all more aware of the relevance of being gentle and as light as possible on our planet, because we are not sustainable at all. And so finally, we can communicate it properly, those three products and all the other products that, alongside with more standard one, if you want, we were still producing, because we still have these in our DNA. And so, is everything sorted? Not really. At least not just with cosmetic. Cosmetic industry is absorbing very low volume, while the food industry is generating very high amount of volume. Is easy to understand that in a nice dinner you can drink a whole bottle of red wine with the grape that we've been using for the production of that wine. We can produce an amount of active from red grape skins that ends in a small percentage in a cosmetic formulation that 50 grams of that 1% containing active ingredient based on grapes can last for months or weeks. So the cosmetic sector, it is not the sector that can sort the problem of the waste in the agri-food industry, but the cosmetic sector, it is very exposed. It is advertising a lot. It is the forefront of marketing and innovation. Sometimes maybe not the best innovation, sometimes it's just marketing, but in this case, the cosmetic sector is becoming more and more sensitive to all the aspects of sustainability, not just in the production of new ingredient with recovered raw material, as we've seen in our first presentation today, or in this presentation, but the formulation are trying to become greener. There are the trends in reducing the petrochemicals or the non-renewable substances in the formulation. Also, the packaging is changing a lot, minimalism to reduce what is not relevant or necessary, and trying to recycle or use recycled material more and more. So sustainability, it is a big trend. It is a big trend in cosmetic, and cosmetic can amplify that, can advertise that, and so it can really work as a catalyzer, catalyst for the bioeconomy. And we are part of this trend, finally, riding the wave we were trying to ride 20 years ago. Thank you very much. And of course, any question, I'll be with you till the end.
Thank you, Dario, for your interesting contribution. So I think we will stay in the cosmetic sector also with the next presentation. Larisa Smrekar from Carbon Noir. So the title is a practical example of implementing bioeconomy in cosmetics. So please, Larisa.
Can you see the presentation?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, perfect.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sara, actually, from Carbon Noir. Unfortunately, our CEO, Larisa, could not be here today, so I am here in her stead. I will be introducing our natural cosmetics brand, Carbon Noir, from Slovenia. Our mission at Carbon Noir is to make people happy. And what does that mean? With our high quality natural cosmetics, we aim to make happy everyone from a 3-year-old daughter, elderly neighbor, grandma, dad, everyone in their own way. Besides our customers, we also make our partners happy by ensuring consistent quality and reliability. And we make our employees happy by providing a pleasant environment that allows growth and satisfaction. We always strive to find opportunities for happiness for all involved. Carbon Noir is a Slovenian natural cosmetics brand, best known for using activated charcoal. This is an ingredient that's effective, versatile, and visually distinctive. Our products are vegan, 100% natural, made with love in Slovenia, and they are also mostly handmade and dermatologically tested. Here are the photos of some of our most popular products, like black soap and natural deodorant. How activated charcoal is made from coconut shells, which is what we use. Activated charcoal starts as a natural carbon-rich material. In our case, it comes from coconut shells, a hard lignin-rich part of the coconut that is widely used as a high-quality precursor for activated charcoal, activated carbon. We chose coconut shells because they are commonly a byproduct of coconut processing, including the copra coconut oil value chain. Instead of being treated as a low-value waste, the shells can be converted into a useful high-performance material, a classic waste-to-value approach. In other words, the shell already exists because coconuts are processed for food and oil, and turning shells into activated carbon helps use more of the original raw material and supports a more circular way of thinking about ingredients. The procedure is quite interesting. The first step is carbonization. So first, coconut shells are heated in a controlled environment with very limited oxygen. This step removes water and volatile components and converts the shells into a carbon-rich material called char. The second step, activation. Activation, which is what makes carbon activated. In a typical physical activation route, the char is placed in high-temperature activation chambers and a controlled flow of CO2 or steam is introduced. These gases react with the carbon surface and gradually etch it, opening and developing a network of tiny pores. This is usually done at high temperatures, often above 800 degrees Celsius. In activation, this controlled reaction helps form porosity instead of letting the material burn away. The third step, finishing. After activation, the carbon is typically cooled, cleaned, and milled into the desired particle size. For example, a fine powder for cosmetics and oral care, which is what we use. Not all activated charcoals are the same. There are alternatives to using coconut, like wood or bamboo. The raw material strongly influences the final structure and performance. Coconut shells are known for producing activated carbon with high hardness and abrasion resistance, which is one reason they're widely used in demanding applications. They also commonly yield a pore structure with a large share of micropores, very small pores, which is often linked to strong absorption of small molecules and fine impurities. Bamboo is a very fast renewing resource and can also produce excellent activated carbon. Research shows bamboo-based activated carbon can be strongly microporous too, and the final pore sizes depend heavily on the process conditions. It is described as having a more mixed micro-mesopore distribution, depending on how it's made, which can be advantageous for different types of or sizes of contaminants. So it's not that bamboo is bad, it's that coconut shell is often preferred when you want a very hard and durable activated carbon with a pore structure that's commonly highly microporous and consistent. How did we get the business idea and why did we choose activated charcoal? In 2016-17, we closely followed global trends and noticed a strong rise in interest for teeth whitening using activated charcoal powder. People were looking for a more natural alternative to conventional whitening products. So we decided to turn that trend into a high quality and thoughtfully developed product. Activated charcoal is a special form of charcoal with an extremely porous structure. Simply put, it has a very large active surface area in a small amount of material, which is why it acts like a magnet for certain particles. In practice, this means it can absorb certain impurities, excess oil, and compounds linked to unpleasant odors. That's also the reason why it's widely used in filters for air and water. In cosmetics and oral care, we use it mainly for a deep cleaning feeling. It can help pick up impurities and excess sebum, making it especially appealing for oily or congested skin. In facial products or soaps, it can contribute to a less greasy feel after use. And in deodorant, charcoal can be part of a system that helps manage odor-related compounds with the practical goal of freshness and comfort. And in oral care, it can support the removal of surface stains or buildup, which may visually improve the appearance of tooth whiteness. Our starting point was simple: create a natural alternative that uses the benefits of activated charcoal and delivers a noticeably fresher feel and a visibly cleaner look. From the original powder to a full product line, these are our top 3 best sellers. We started with activated charcoal teeth whitening powder, and later expanded into products where charcoal works in synergy with other carefully selected ingredients. Our #1 bestseller is our Carbonare Black Soap. Thanks to its cleansing function, and the deep clean feel. It's especially popular with oily and blemish-prone skin. Many users also report positive experiences with sensitive skin and various skin concerns, although results, of course, vary from person to person. Our natural deodorant, here charcoal mainly supports freshness. The goal is a deodorant that's effective, yet gentle on the skin. And our black toothpaste, created as a more practical alternative to the powder. Users wanted the same concept, but without the mess in the bathroom that you get with the powder usually. Some of our other products are oil serum, anti-age serum, ointment for sensitive skin, exfoliator for dry skin, and so on. Why did we choose natural ingredients? We believe a product's strength comes from ingredient quality and smart formulation choices. That's why we aim for a simpler ingredients list where every ingredient has a clear purpose. We avoid unnecessary fillers for superficial impact. Instead, we build scent and sensorial experience with natural aromas and essential oils where it makes sense. We don't compensate with lower quality ingredients, even if that means a slightly higher price compared to mass market alternatives. As for sustainability, we aim to use the most zero waste packaging possible while staying practical. Our best-selling product, Black Soap, has been designed with a highly sustainable approach from day one. Its packaging is a paper bag with a paper label and a reusable linen pouch and product declaration printed on a small card. That said, sustainable packaging is often more expensive. Based on a customer survey, we found that most Slovenian customers are not willing to pay extra for more sustainable packaging. That's why when launching new products, we always weigh the balance between sustainability and everyday practicality. When renewable materials aren't an option, we choose packaging that is recycled or at least easily recyclable. Here are some of our satisfied customers. And that is all. Thank you all very much. And if you have any questions, you can also email us.
So thanks, Sarah, for your experience and your products. Now I think it's time for the last speaker, that is Nelson Curry from Topena Innovation. Topena Eco-Terraform, the local site solution for your organic waste. So please, Nelson, I will leave the floor to you.
Nelson is here. Okay.
I'm here. Go ahead, Ivan.
Okay.
I will share the.
So Ivan.
Okay. Are you seeing the presentation?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can see. You can see your screen.
Okay.
So please
good.
use the presentation mode. Yeah.
Where is it?
Should be at the bottom. Perhaps at the bottom.
This one? No.
No. No. At the bottom of. No. Okay.
Transition, animation du programme, combattre, révision, insertion.
You got it, Ivan?
Yes, but eles querem a apresentação, tipo, para ver.
I think at the bottom, in the last should be, I can see.
The last down at the bottom line, you can see the icons.
The icons at the bottom line that you have in your screen.
Yes, but I don't see.
No, not the bottom. At the bottom line, you have different icons.
Yes.
Ivan, do you want me to do it?
Yes, coloca você a apresentação, então. Porque eu não tenho possibilidade de colocar a apresentação aqui em PowerPoint. Nelson will do it.
Okay. So Nelson, can you share your screen?
Ivan, I will put my screen onto the
Okay.
Teams and will point the icon you should click.
Okay, good. Good.
Not this.
Okay, it's already in presentation.
Faça, Ivan. Ivan,
Oi, Nelson.
Where is Nelson?
o que houve aí? Não conseguiu
Você
subir?
consegue compartilhar?
Consigo, peraí, segura aí.
Nelson will do it.
Okay, but Nelson,
No?
I can. Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Here you
good.
are. Yeah, we can see your screen, Nelson. Thank you.
All
So
right.
please go ahead.
So, I'm Ivan Sanchez. I'm Topema's representative in Europe. And Nelson, who is there with us, is the owner of Topema. And Werner is the export manager. You can pass to Nelson.
Right.
Topema Innovation is a family-owned company. The story began in 1965 with Nelson. At time, the company specialized in kitchen equipment. Since 2009, Topema has shifted toward ecological solutions, such as biomass solutions and waste reduction solution, which Nelson will present to you. You can pass, Nelson. With our Topema energy solution and Terraform Kitchen for a waste reduction solution. You can pass, Nelson. And today, Topema works in several sectors: industrial kitchens, ecological transition, organic waste reduction, and sterilization. You can pass, Nelson. And our factory is located in Diadema, near to Sao Paulo in Brazil. Our plant uses the latest technologies and covers an area of 11,000 square meters. I'll let you with Nelson to present our solution. Nelson? Não dá para ouvir você.
Tava mutado. I'm going back. It was muted. Going back there. Wait a minute, please.
Okay.
Now. This is the thing.
Okay, we can see again the screen.
Okay, thank you. Well, as Ivan said, we are a 60 years old company. Today, in fact, I have a party lunch. I have to leave. I left the lunch and with my guys there and the people there because we are commemorating the 60 years old company. So, like he said, from 2009, we started the innovation division, focus on things that can save cost of our customers, no? And the first machine was the organic waste processor. Today we have more than 1,000 machines in the market. Sizes are from 2 kilos, 5 kilos, 30 kilos, 100 kilos, and 300 kilos. And the cycle is like 6 to 12 hours or 6 to 22 hours. The idea is to process all the food waste, as we came from the food service business, and we are still making hotels, restaurants, fast food, and supermarkets. So we saw that a big issue was the organic waste, how they deal with this. It brings a lot of problem, the organic waste. So the smaller machines is for a household and for small restaurants where we have 2 and 5 kilos, where you put your mix of the things that you have leftovers, and then after 12 hours, it's 6 to 12 hours, in fact. 6 to 12 hours, you have a soil amendment. And then the bigger machines, you have the soil amendment and also a water for use. We condensate the water that comes out from the waste. Those equipments are on-site solutions. This is really what I believe. I believe that you should deal with the problem wherever you're creating. So the idea is to have machines that can process on-site. So this is an example of 100 kilos machines recycling for 30 days. And this is what 3 tons that you don't go for to a landfill, and all the things that you make, like 300 kilos organic amendment, 1,800 liters of water, things that our customer are already since 2009 seeing in place. And we have a software that can give you all the tracking of and the support of what you are doing, what you are generating is very important. We also make 10 of the Sustainable Development Goals from UN, and we develop many different kinds of solutions, depends on the focus. If it's a city, we today sell to a lot of them are sold to private companies, because the private companies make the payback calculation and see that it's much better to treat it instead of dumping it. So, but also the cities last year in 2005, no, 2004, 2024, started those programs with us, where we put the machines into schools, hospitals, neighborhoods, and then they can create a value into the organic waste. And also, because they have a place to put organic waste, they have all the sustainable or recyclable things separated automatically, because people knows okay, organic goes here, all that is not organic, most of the part are recyclable, so they can have a better waste handling. We were in the 2 last Ecomondo in Rimini, Italy, and were a very good success. It was the first time we went out with those machines, and we opened a lot of reps and distributors. We are still working with some leads with Ivan in Europe and Africa and America. So this is a way that we are feeling very good with the customers, seeing that the benefit is much better than the cost of the machine. So this is a case of 2,000 homes where they made a community garden. They make a cooperative, a company to deal with the machines, and they bring the waste from the 2,000 homes, became the soil amendment. They take this to the community garden, and also, as it has more than they can use in the community garden, they sell it, so that it becomes money for the association of those homes. Another customer is Santander Bank, where they have in this place is about 5,000 people working. They used to spend $100,000 a year, and now it's zero. This they bought in 2011, the machines. ArcelorMittal is a mine where they used to have 1,000 mills, spending 2,000 to 3,000 a month with waste handling, and they pay back in 8 months. This is all the spreadsheet where we give to the customer to calculate their own. And the funny thing is they feed the birds. They analyze the thing that comes out from the machine, and they feed in a reserve they have in their place. And then city and states is just a quick video where you can see in this city, they put in neighborhoods around a school. So the neighborhood brings the food into there. They have a garden in the schools. The children learn because we give speech to them. So they learn how to separate things. This is where the neighborhoods would take, this is a 300 kilos machines. So the next day, they're gonna open and see what is done. You don't need to add water, enzymes, bacteria, nothing. Turn it on, forget it's automatic. Then next day, this is where we were making this speech for all the people, cooperative associations, the municipality. It's our guy, Eduardo, and the principal of the city. Then the next day, we're still there. Then just, okay, say, this charge is done. Everything that you saw that was put in is gone. You have now the soil amendment coming out and the water on the back. So this is the process, and I just mentioned here some of the customers that we have, like hospitals, like sports clubs, like a lot of mines, as schools again, automobile companies, universities. McDonald's is a good case for us, Sodexo, and many others, banks. The things like theme parks, I think that's it. I hope I have the timing.
So thanks also to Ivan and Nelson for this interesting example of bioeconomy in everyday life. So thank you again. Now I think it's time for the discussion. So are there any questions, please? We are all ready. So
any question or any interest, people, because we want to expand this.
Yeah, also interesting people.
For sure.
That can use your solution will be.
Yeah, this is nice. We got people in Canary Island, we got in Moldavia, we got now in Morocco, we got in France, like Ivan, and now we are dealing with Greece and Italy. There's many interested people that we want to expand this. That's a really good solution that we are working with in the last 16 years. It's not a startup.
Yeah. May I have a question? Yeah, about.
Yeah. Okay, there is also a question for Martina. So please, maybe we can start from this question in the chat, and then Zoltan, I will move to you. Martina Sinkova. So there is a question: what fluid remains do you use for the cleaners, and what is your experience in obtaining the feedstock? So please, if you can answer.
Yes, thank you for the question. Fluid remains, we don't have any specific kind. We can do it from any usually available fruit waste. So there's no like condition that it must be apple waste or any other. Like we can do it from basically any kind of fruit waste. And second question is about the obtaining the feedstock. Actually, this is something that we are still in the early in the process, but we have already an agreement with one retail company, one retail shop here in Slovakia, and we are taking the feedstock, the waste, fruit waste from them. So, but we are open to any possible cooperations with feedstock providers.
Okay, thank you. So Zoltan, if you have a question.
Okay, now for Nelson, but I also have a question for Martina. Okay, Nelson, could you quickly summarize what this machine actually does? Yeah, it seems like a miraculously quick composting, but what does it actually do? It cooks, dries, or I don't know what.
Yeah, it's like cooking, like I said, drying, crushing, to bring things. I used to say that if you get a pan in your stove and you have the patience to be 12 or 18 hours there, that will be the result that you have. But then we condensate the steam that comes out from the waste into the clean water, no? We also have a recyclable the energy. So if you do this in an open pan, you would spend a lot of energy. So it's very, very efficient because we recirculate the heat that we generate into the system. So we use the physics to get it faster.
Yeah, I understand. But actually the output for me,
it's like a soil amendment we call. It's
but the organic components, do they degrade perfectly? For example, proteins and
and we also say as the better the most mix it, the better. I have it in my home for 5 years. I can't live without it because there's no more smell in my kitchen, in the trash. And also the next day I use in the garden, and I mix this with 4 parts of soil. So because with the guy that supplied it's very
Nelson, we cannot hear you.
Okay, Laura, may I have a question for all the speakers?
Hello?
Yeah, sure, Fabrizio.
Just for all the speakers, we heard about the importance of communication and finding the right words to explain to people the advantage and drawbacks eventually of the product. And so I'm asking to the speakers if there is any specific strategy that you have developed in order to communicate to potential customers about the importance of your product, which may be more expensive than the similar one that can be found in the market. And so if there is any peculiar strategy for the communication, and if there is any, which is the best tool, which is the best mean in order to communicate. This is a very general question to all the speakers.
Thomas, please, you can go.
The answer is it's hard and easy because what we are going to target is mass production. And when mass production comes in place, the cost calculations are very important. And you don't sell the product by being eco only, because users or producers has to face the competitive world in which they are acting. Nobody, in my opinion, nobody buys sustainability alone in the business. you have to start talking their value language. I mean, if you help to improve their strategy, their operations, or their way of selling their product, you can win. Just saying it's eco, it's sustainable, it's circular, it's not selling.
Yeah. Dario, you have a reply also?
Yes, thanks. Coming from our frustrating first experience, I'd like to stress that what Tomasz was saying is very key. And I'm saying that especially for some of the company here that are maybe where we were a few years ago. Sustainability by itself is not enough. It's one piece of the big picture. You cannot force market into your idea. The market is there. There is a lot of competition. Not everyone see things same way. Some people are seeing the value in what you're doing, but they don't have the extra money to pay for that. Some people, they just don't want to pay any extra money for anything. And I'm coming from a very comfortable sector because, the cosmetic sector in a very bad year, it goes down. No, it goes up 2% instead of 15. And so this is even more complicated for, more hardcore stuff. So it is part of the picture. It is more and more part of the picture. And this is a good thing because as, we've seen the market, the cosmetic market changing, and we are seeing that things are changing also in different markets. What was completely irrelevant or maybe a drawback 20 years ago is now, I'm not saying mandatory, but it is added value. But added value if it generates added value, because the company that we are seeing more open to these are the company that are offering greener products, which is not the same in any countries. There are countries that are very advanced in the green approach. Here in Europe, we're probably the more advanced one. When I'm traveling Southeast Asia, I'm barely mentioning upcycling, and when I'm doing that, most of customers, they have no clue or they have no interest. So you always have to consider that the market is complicated, and these can be added value if it generates added value for your customers. So it's not an easy task. I totally agree with Tomasz. Doesn't sell by itself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any other reply from the speakers?
Anybody else that would like to answer? No? Zoltan?
I have a further question, so not in the round of answers.
Yeah, okay, so
yeah, okay.
You can make your question.
Okay, my question for Tomasz. Yeah, as I see from your presentation, this Fibri-Agri product is a very robust or solid yet light material. After some denaturization or something like this, can it be a kind of thermo-insulator or something, yeah, similar? Yeah, instead of, for example, the polystyrol foam, yeah, which is used now in a widespread manner.
Yeah, yes, very good point. There is a potential for that. It is not, we do not address this application at the moment because we have to concentrate on something, but of course it could be. Its porosity is the reason, but then we have to close it somehow at the boundaries to make this air barrier for passing the thermal energy. Yes, this is the potential for it, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other question, or I have also a question for the cosmetic sectors. So Dario and Larisa from Carbonoir in particular, but also for the others if they want. It's about regulation. Do you find any constraints in the regulation part for your products?
Unfortunately, I don't have the answer because I work in marketing, so I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Okay.
Regulation in the cosmetic sector is tougher than most people think.
Yes, that's why I ask, because I know that is tough.
And for us, especially at the very beginning, we've had to find way around. A waste become a waste when the producer decide it is a waste. And so at the very beginning, can you give us your waste? If we would have had a transportation document with waste from this mill, that would be a problem. We couldn't have been able to use that as a waste. But if that is a byproduct, or if that is a processing material, then you can use it. This is just to give an example on how creative you have to be sometime. But this is not just concerning. This is not concerning the cosmetic regulation. This is, our Italian waste regulation. Regulation can be an issue, but in cosmetic, not as much for waste reduction, for example. Meaning that, of course, there are a lot of different kind of regulation you have to take care of. You don't have to have nano, you don't have to have this and that. And on top of that, there are a lot of needs that are coming from the market. You don't really have to do that by law, but no one wants this, that, the other things, and so on. This is another aspect that has to be taken into account, because when you're doing something new, sometimes you don't consider that you may be out of the map. And when you are out of the map, you can crash into something you cannot do, or simply no one knows if you can do it or not, and no one takes any responsibility in telling you, yes, you can, no, you can't. And that is part of the fun if you succeed, part of the tragedy if you don't find a way out.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your experience. Zoltan, I don't know if you have another question, or is your hand is up? Okay,
some
thank
cosmetic questions. Yeah, I also have. My first question is to Martina. Yeah, it's not about the bio meaning, but the packaging. You mean you are selling refillable packages, and then my question is, do you monitor the usage, the circulation of refillable packages? So do people really refill them, or buy them once and once again each time? So
yeah, actually, it's our intention to have these refills. We don't have it yet. We only have these small package bottles. So we are using that, and refills are something that we want to implement in the near term, and like to start working with that. So we don't have it yet, but it's our intention to start with this concept very early.
Okay, thank you. And the second question is for Sarah. Yeah, it is maybe it's only my limitation, but I cannot imagine a black deodorant, or is it something else?
No, it's mostly white. If you look at it closely, you can see the small particles of black charcoal, but mostly charcoal is not the main ingredient.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dario, you have a question?
It's not a question. It was an add-on to Martina's answer to Zoltan's question, coming from some customer, the feedback from some customers of us in the cosmetic sector. And I will never share the name of the customer, but they do offer refillable, but the number of refilled versus the number of new ones is not that big. Cosmetic, for most of consumer, is leisure. Therefore, having something that may not super new, may be a bit dirt and so on, most of the customer are anyway going for the pleasure of buying the new stuff. Is not the average. It is just a practical feedback from the market. But again, the fact that a lot of brand and big brands are anyway pushing in that direction, even if maybe because they are, selling, 150 euros kg euros cream per 50 grams, with a refiller that is 120. They will sell some refill, but if someone is spending that amount of money, quite likely would like to have, the pleasure of unpacking, unboxing, and opening. Unfortunately, we are still on our way towards sustainability. Even in an advanced sector like cosmetic, there is a long path to do in the head of the average consumer first. The interesting thing is that companies are pushing that. So there is probably some education that is ongoing on the general public.
Thank you, Dario, again. So, any other questions? I would really like to thank you all participants and speakers for these very nice and interesting contributors, and also for the fruitful discussion. I think it was really great. If there are no questions, I think it's time to close. I don't know. I think we can close now. So thanks again to all the participants and all the speakers. And I would like to say you bye, and we will see, I hope, for another event together. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
It's a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.